Alright, so this is lesson 6 on adding and subtracting algebraic terms. Now, the first thing you need to understand is that we can add and subtract only certain terms, and we call those terms like terms. So essentially, like terms have the same pronumeral or group of pronumerals at the end of their term. So for example, 3x and 5x are like terms, so you can add and subtract those. Minus 12a and 7a are like terms. 5ab and 6ba are like terms because you can write 6aba as ab. Remember, we like to write it in alphabetical order. 4x squared and 3x squared are like terms, so you can add them together. Now, here are terms that aren't like. Obviously, 3x and 5y, well, they're different, okay, because one's an x, one's a y. 11d and 4c are different, okay. 8 minus 8ab and 5a are different because one just has an a and one has an ab, okay. And finally, the one that people get confused about the most, x squared and x are different. Okay, so if you see those at the end of a term, you know they are different terms. X squared and x are different terms, and you can't add and subtract them. Now, as I said, like terms you can add and subtract. So let's go to example 1. Example 1 says simplify the following by adding or subtracting, depending on which. We have 4k plus 6k. So I'm going to ask you, how many k's do we have? Well, we have 4 here and we have 6 here. So altogether we have 10k. Part B, 7w minus 3w. Well, if I have 7w sitting there, okay, and I take 3 w's away, how many am I left with? I'm left with 4w. And finally, 4k plus 7w. Well, hang on a minute. They aren't the same. We've got a k and a w. So how do we write our answer? We just write out the question again. 4k plus 7w. You can't simplify it. Alright, quickly let's go through example 2 so we get the hang of it. 7x plus 3x is 10x. 9w minus 3w is 6w. 9 take away 3 is 6. 7x plus 9w, well, they're different. So the answer is 7x plus 9w. Now here's the one that confuses a lot of people. 8y take away y. So if y is by itself, it's a 1. It's 1y. So if I've got 8 and I take away 1, I'm left with 7y. And finally, another one that confuses people, 6k plus 7. Are they the same? 6k and 7, are they the same? Well, no, they're not, because this doesn't have 7 doesn't have a k on it. So they are different. So the answer is 6k plus 7. Alright, something a little bit harder, but again, exactly the same. Remember, if the terms are like, then we can add and subtract. 8n minus 11n. Well, they are the same because they have n's on them. So it's 8 minus 11. 8 minus 11 is negative 3n. Minus 3b plus 7b. Well, minus 3 plus 7, if we're at minus 3 we add 7 to it, we're going to get up to 4b. Minus 4x squared minus 5x squared. So we're at minus 4 and we add minus another 5 from it, we're going to go minus 9x squared. And finally, up until now we've just been doing 2 terms at a time, but we can do multiple terms, doesn't really matter. So we have here minus 4f minus 5f plus 6f. So minus 4 minus 5 is minus 9f. Minus 9 plus 6 is minus 3f. So let's have a quick scan of these ones to see what we've got. We've got a QR here, we've got an RQ, and we've got an RQ. Just remember, QR and RQs are all the same. So we can add or subtract all of these terms. So QR, it's like a 1 QR. So 1 take away 8 is minus 7 QR. And then minus 7 plus 3 is minus 4 QR. Alright, now go ahead and practice for the next few questions.